So the cruise. Oh my God, I've got so much to talk about. It. I mean, it was like a whole event. So I don't know. It was huge. I mean, a major life changer. Where do I start? I mean, it just popped up. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do this. I went alone, which is rarer than, you know, obviously couples and families and different things. It's my first cruise in more than 15 years. I think I went back in 2000. Yeah, 2006 January. On a honeymoon. Went to the Bahamas. This was just in every single instance. It was like I can't even say it was just the perfect cruise or the perfect time, or this service was the perfect service, or that excursion was the perfect. No, it was better than what I can even understand what perfect is or best is. I I just know. I mean, it's like wow, that's how much of a life changer it was for the good. But I think the first thing I'm thinking about right now is the service. Oh my god! And it's like they knew. The funny thing is, these people. Hi, Skyla. The dog upstairs on the balcony. Meow, meow. He knows better. I'm not a cat. I mean, just Haiti and Aruba, curacao, just the whole, just just cruising as it is was just wow. But I think the service really got me. I had a man at one point in the main dining room get up in my face, not in my face. He got tough, he got bold, and he says, "I want a 10. I'm aiming for a 10 out of 10 review from you," and I take this very seriously. When you're gonna get a survey, and I did. I gave 10s across the board, except for the cruising director. She's just a real, very bitter girl against men. Strange. She's just fighting against all these men on stage. I got her pretty good in the review, but it wasn't so good to the point whereby I would. I'm talking about the review right now. Refer somebody to Royal Caribbean especially, or only, or specifically, solely or only. But you got so many different competitors out there. You got Carnival, you got MSG, and of course for the children they're gonna like Disney, and you've got others too, and then other destinations. So how are you gonna take Royal Caribbean as the number one? Maybe for the ports, I guess. I don't know, but what really got me was the dining room and across the board how everybody and the people were amazing that I met. I didn't have a common interest with anybody though. Like if you went on a cruise where there's a bunch of like I don't know vegans or just a cruise with a bunch of nudists, or you went on a cruise with you're not this will never happen, but like Browns backers, or I'm not a Browns fan anymore, but like I grew up loving the Browns and the Cavaliers, Indians, some kind of sports theme for Cleveland sports. I'm just throwing shit out there, a bunch of people who are big on environmental stuff or just a common interest that I'm into, or a bunch of people who are into swimming in the ocean. Just throwing stuff out there, just a common interest that would be better. Just like to really grasp, a conversation was getting quick connection was a little more complex, but people really understood when they saw my cane how to work around me. It was really weird. It just like in the environment, it was second to none. The staff was understanding how to work with me regarding my eyesight and my weakness of walking. So, for example, wind jammers, I would say about 1% of the people would just sit on their ass and then wait for a waiter to come to them and say, I want this, this, and this. Most people just went to the cafeteria style, picked up whatever they want to eat, all you can eat by themselves. I would actually, bring a waiter and they would get what I requested at the table. And usually I would, box out trying to get the window tables. But it's difficult for me to walk because it's such a big, big ship. But yeah, I just the service, the professionalism at the dining room. When I actually literally had, a person saying, "I want to get a 10 out of 10 from you. What do I need to do to get that 10?" And that's what got me here. And I've hosted people here. All right, I don't care who you are. If you're coming on a tourist visa, and if you got a tourist visa, that means you got money from home, and you're not gonna come over here, unless you're gonna show proof that you're going back, which is usually what we see in this country is money or some kind of property, land, a lot of stock in something, a business. That's what they understand is, okay, well, yeah, we'll grant them that tourist visa. So I've had people from France, Germany, what's up, and then of course Turkey, Tel Aviv, all kinds of countries. But it's moving on me to like, how can I be a better? Okay, now also these are tourist visas. I've helped homeless people. One dude I had here for one night, okay? I'll never forget this. He was mad because I didn't have a television. Oh, damn. This chair I have that's brown is turning like orange. It's right in front of me on the patio door because it's broke up against the window. The sun's beating up on it. I had a feeling that would happen too. So even that guy, how could I mean, dude, I literally dragged him out the streets, okay? So it's like, I'm exaggerating now, but like, what do you do to get a 10 out of 10 from him? I don't care who's going to be here, I expect to get a 10 out of 10. And there's no like, reviews that anybody can do and all that stuff, but what could I do to get a 10 out of 10? And you know what I'm saying? To get them to want to come back, to really, respect my Royal Caribbean-ness or my carnival-ness, my Hollander. And anybody, even on my videos, really, what can I do to? And it's one of those things like, what? Fuck you! I don't care what your opinion is of me, especially when you're American. Oh, I didn't see any Americans working on the ship. That was nice. Whew. Except for, I think, the cruise director, maybe. She might have been American. I got what do you call that thing with Jagger? She might have had dual citizenship. I kind of felt that. I don't know. It was a life changer in so many ways. I'm glad I did it. Obviously, I got many more I'm looking at, but how do I like expect and receive every single instance being in here right now, making this video, or coming out here in the swimming pool, laying out in the sun? How do I see every instance in my life being done in such a way that it's a life changer? It is so good. It is that good. I gotta leave this whole thing alone. How's the eyesight doing now? How am I walking? The walking is a mess. The eyesight's a mess. It's not a 10 out of 10. Well, you know what? I receive it as a 10 out of 10 anyway. Better than a 10 out of 10. It's better than perfect. 9 minutes and 20 seconds. No, 10 seconds. 11, 12, 13. So this is my first video talking about the cruise, and I gotta start just really, soaking up my experiences, whatever they were. Man, you should have seen this. I went on a road trip all the way across the street to the Dollar Tree. What a great experience this was. I met this person, I saw the sunset. I looked around for this and got that, and went in there thinking I was going to get this and get nothing. Well, anyway, I just, there's so much to say about it, but that was the first thing I thought. The service in the dining room was just, wow, over the top.